Go ahead and come down into a comfortable cross-legged seat. Root down through the sit bones. Rest the hands and the arms wherever they're most comfortable. Lengthen through the spine, close the eyes, and go ahead and take a couple of deep breaths. Sending the breath down into the belly as you feel the ribs expand. Relax the shoulders away from the ears and soften the face. Start to breathe evenly in and out through the nose. Maintaining the steady rhythm, breathe evenly through the remainder of the practice. And now, with your next breath, gently blink the eyes open, reach the arms out wide, and then arms overhead, palms touch. As you exhale, place your right hand beside you and reach your left arm up and bend, breathing into the left side of your body. Try to keep your chest slightly open towards the sky and keep breathing. As you inhale, come back through center and exhale, left hand comes down and inhale, right arm up again and bend. Keeping the gaze and the chest lifted. Sit bones rooting down into the ground. Inhale back through center. And again, right hand will come down and reach the left arm up. This time, if it feels good, you can come down on the forearm, finding a slightly different variation here. Inhale back through center and exhale, switch sides. Again, lowering down to the forearm if that feels good. Breathe in between the ribs. Inhale, straighten the spine, palms touch overhead. And exhale, twist to the right. So your right arm will come behind you and left arm will come to the opposite knee. Inhale, back through center, palms touch overhead, and exhale, twisting to the left. Try to keep the neck neutral, head relaxed, and shoulders soft. We'll do this one more time on each side. Inhale back through center and exhale, twist to the right. Inhale here to lengthen through the spine, and as you exhale, twist to the right a little bit deeper. Now inhale back through center and exhale, twist to the left. Inhale to lengthen through the spine, Grow tall through the crown of the head and exhale, twist deeper. Inhale, facing forward, palms touch. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Bring your hands sideways and start to roll your wrists. Just try to make small, gentle circles here. Continue to breathe in and out through the nose. Now switch directions of your circles. And now slowly release your hands back down. Now start to roll the head in one direction, rolling out the neck, keeping the shoulders relaxed. Try to maintain awareness of your posture. Try to keep the spine nice and tall. And switch directions of your circles, moving in the opposite way. And from here, bring your head back to the center. We are going to do some neck stretch now. So bring your right ear to your right shoulder and gently use your right hand to draw the ear closer towards your shoulders. Getting a stretch in the left side of the neck. And release. We'll switch sides. Left ear to left shoulder. Left hand will come just above the right ear. Breathe into the right side of the neck, relaxing other areas of the body. And slowly release, bringing your head back to center. We will come onto our hands and knees for tabletop pose now. So stacking shoulders over the hips, spread your fingers nice and wide. Press into your palms and your knuckles, core slightly engaged. We'll move through our cat and cows here. So as you inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. And as you exhale, push the floor away with your hands, round through the upper back and chest. Keep moving through this flow at your own pace, just warming up the spine, flowing with your breath. And we'll come back to a neutral spine, finding tabletop. Walk your hands forward, coming into melting heart pose. Press the palms and forearms down into the ground. And as you lower your forehead towards the ground, breathe into the chest and keep your shoulders loose. Keep the belly slightly tucked up towards the spine, core engaged, and relax your face. With your next breath, lift yourself back up to tabletop. Tuck your toes under. Send the hips back towards the heel. And then lift the hip. Straighten out the legs, downward facing dog. Pushing into the hands, rooting down through the feet. You can have a slight bend in your knees here if you need to, and your heels don't have to be reaching for the ground. Relax the head and neck in between the arms. Feel the deep stretch in the back of the hamstring muscles. And now we'll start to pedal out through the feet. So bend your left knee, straighten out the right leg, and then switch, bending into the right knee, left leg straightens, and switch. So keep pedaling out through the feet here, alternating the bend in each knee. Hips still lifted high, arms engaged. Now come back to a normal downward dog and then walk your feet towards the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten your back, and exhale, fold forward. We'll do that twice more. Inhale to halfway lift, hands come to the shins or the thighs, and then exhale, release. One more. Inhale, lift the gaze, and exhale, fold. Now root down through the feet. Inhale, come all the way up to stand, palms touch overhead. And exhale, hands to the heart. Mountain pose. Release the arms alongside the body, feet hip distance apart. Gaze out ahead of you, palms face forward. From here, we're going to come into a balancing tree pose. So we're going to start standing on the right leg, and we're going to bend the left knee. You can place the sole of your left foot either inside of your shin or inside of your thigh, and you can use your hands for support here. Make sure your right hip stays tucked in and make sure it's not popping out. And you're strong through your standing right leg. Gaze out ahead of you, and then bring your hands to heart center. Lengthen through the crown of your head and soften the shoulders down. Focus on your breath. Now slowly release your left foot down to the mat. Take a big breath in, reach the arms overhead, and exhale, fold forward, hinge from the hips. Inhale to halfway lift, flat back, and exhale, step your left foot back, planting your hands, come up into high lunge. Find your foundation, squeeze the hip, and then reach the arms up overhead, shoulders stacked over the hips, and you're facing the front. Pressing your hips down, core engaged, palms face forward. Feel the deep stretch in your left hip flexor. Hold And then as you exhale, open up into Warrior Two. So your back foot will spin flat and you're opening up to the left side. Keep the shoulders stacked over the hips. From here, we'll come into triangle pose. Straighten out your front leg. Your right hand will come down as you reach your left arm up. Keep a micro bend in your front knee. Gaze up at your fingertips. Inhale, come back into Warrior Two. Now, from here, we'll come into Reverse Warrior. Flip your front palm and lean back. Left hand will come to the back leg as you reach your right bicep towards your ear. Keep a soft bend in the front knee. Breathe into the right side of your body. And then come back into Warrior Two. Bring your hands to your hips. Turn to face the long ways of your mat. Step to the top. Root down through the feet. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come up to stand, reach the arms up overhead, palms touch, and exhale, hands to the heart center. Again, coming to mountain pose, feet hip width distance apart, palms face forward, and then we'll come into a tree pose. Now standing on the left leg, bending your right knee and placing the sole of your foot either inside of your left thigh or lower inside of your left shin, or even down on the ground. Bring your hands to heart center. Find your balance and then gaze out ahead of you. And make sure that the left hip isn't popping out to the side. Keep it tucked in towards your midline. One more breath. And then slowly release your right foot back down. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and now exhale, step your right foot back, come into a high lunge, grounding down through your left foot and back toes. Now as you reach your arms up overhead, shoulders stacked over the hips, gazing out ahead of you. Take 2 deep breaths here. And now on your last exhale, open up into Warrior Two, bending into your left knee, gazing out ahead of you. Keep the weight even between the front and back leg. Straighten out your front leg for triangle pose. Left hand will come down as you reach your right arm up. Breathe into the side body. Stay rooted down through the feet. On your next inhale, lift yourself back up. Come into Warrior 2. Now flip your front palm, Reverse Warrior. Leaning towards the back, right hand comes to the back. Transition back into Warrior 2. Bring your hands to your hips. Now turn to face the long ways of your mat, preparing for a wide-legged forward fold. So widen your stance here. Toes in, heels out, making your feet parallel to each other. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. And as you exhale, fold forward. Fold in between the legs, soft bend at the knees. Bring your hands down. Relax the crown of your head towards the ground. Breathe into the backside body. Soften the neck and the shoulders. With your next inhale, halfway lift. And now bring your feet back in and then bring your hands to your hips. Turn back to the front of your mat. Step forward. Inhale and reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And now exhale, plant your hand, step back to downward facing dog. Slowly lower your belly down to the ground and we will come into child's pose. Spread the knees as wide as is comfortable. Big toes touch. Reach the arms out in front of you and rest your forehead down. Just take a few moments here to come back to breath. Notice how your body feels. One more breath here in your child's pose. And then slowly lift yourself back up. Coming through tabletop, cross your ankles and come into a seat. Now extend both legs out in front of you. Root down through your sit bones. And from here, we'll keep the right leg straight. Bend the left knee so the sole of your foot is flat on the ground. Reach your left arm behind you. Inhale and reach the right arm up. And as you exhale, twist to the left, hooking your right tricep to the outer edge of your left knee. Gazing back behind you, breathe into the lower back. Slowly release and come back through center. Now extend your left leg and bend your right knee, hugging it in towards your chest. Right hand comes behind, inhale and left arm up. And exhale, twist to the right gently. Come back through center, untwisting. This time we will come into butterfly pose. So bend both knees. Bring the soles of the feet together, opening up the hips. Wrap your hands either around your ankles or your feet. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. tilt your tailbone forward slightly. And then as you exhale, hinge from the hips forward and fold. Relax the upper body completely. Take about 5 more deep breaths, allowing the belly to soften and sides of the body to expand. With your last breath, gently lift yourself back, bringing your hands underneath your knees, drawing the legs together. Extend both legs out wide. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of your head. Now reach the arms up, and as you exhale, fold forward. Have a slight bend in your knees here. Breathe as you relax your backside body. Now with your next inhale, lift back up and slowly prepare to lower all the way down on your spine. As you come onto your back, hug your knees into your chest and gently rock from side to side, massaging out the lower back. We'll do a few back bends here, so preparing for a bridge pose. Now release the soles of your feet flat on the ground. Relax the arms alongside the body, palms face down. Feet hip width distance apart. Now with your next inhale, you're going to press into your hands and your feet to lift your hips up towards the sky. So as you inhale, lift the hips, press into the feet gently, squeeze the inner thighs together, keeping your chin tucked in towards your chest. Relax the gaze, core engaged. And then slowly lower hips back down to the mat. And we will do that one more time. So as you inhale, press into the ground, lift the hips gently, engage the backside of your body. And exhale, gently release the hips and the spine back down to the mat. Now windshield wiper the legs. Keep the feet a little apart and just drop the knees over to the left side. Lifting them back up and dropping them over to the right. And then keep alternating here. So just twisting the body to one side and then the other. Now bring your feet back to center, coming into supine pigeon. You're going to cross the right ankle on top of your left thigh, keeping your left foot flat on the ground, actively pressing the right knee away from the body to get a stretch in the right hip. Now stay here, or if you'd like a slightly different variation, you can lift your left foot up off the mat. Thread the right arm in between the legs. Interlace your fingers behind the back of the left leg, hugging your legs closer in towards your body. Close your eyes and try to focus on your breath here. And then slowly release, uncrossing your leg. And now we will switch sides. So cross left ankle on top of your right thigh, actively crossing the left knee away, shoulder blades relaxed. Now you have the option to stay here, or again you can lift that right foot up off of the mat, interlacing your fingers behind the right leg. Soften the eyelids, relax the jaws, breathing deeply in and out through the nose. Gently release, uncrossing the leg from here. We'll come into happy baby. Bring your arms inside of your legs, fingertips towards the outer edges of the feet, opening the knees out wide to get a stretch in your hip. And now gently rock from side to side if that feels good. And when you're ready, we'll slowly release the feet down and come into a final resting pose, Shavasana. Extend your legs out wide, take up as much space as you'd like, and rest the arms alongside the body, palms face up. With the eyes closed, we'll find a few cleansing breaths. Take a big breath in through your nose and a long, slow exhale out the mouth. One more. Just like that, breathing in through the nose and a big exhale out through the mouth. Release everything and fully let go. Feel every muscle and fiber in your body beginning to relax. Softening the space in between the eyebrows, the jaw, the neck, and allowing the arms to become completely heavy. Feeling the rise and fall of the belly, the weight of your legs, the softness of the toes and the fingers. Feel your entire backside body melting into the earth, giving yourself full permission to rest. Feel free to stay here for a bit longer. Now, if you're ready to come out, slowly begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Begin to gently deepen the breath. Now reach the arms up overhead. Point and flex the feet, finding a full body stretch. And then, when you're ready, hug your knees into your chest and gently lift yourself back up, coming into a comfortable seated position. Keep your eyes closed and the body relaxed. Take a moment to tune back into yourself and notice how you feel. Take a moment to thank yourself for showing up today, for finding time for yourself, and for your practice. And thank you so much for choosing to practice with me. We'll bring our hands together at heart center and relax. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope to see you in the next class soon. Namaste.